Welcome everyone to a Monday morning live Q&A. This one will be up live on YouTube. So if you're watching this for the first time and you haven't seen these before, feel free to subscribe and turn on notifications because every single week, personal trainers just like these guys, of which Sebi is jumping in now. Good morning, Sebi. Hopefully you're well, brother. Are face-to-face trainers just like you that are here to grow their business to fully book status with ease inside of gyms. All right, close the gap between Cert 3 and Cert 4 and success. And it's that simple. We have some topics that we're going to get stuck into straight away. But with that being said, anything else beforehand, new content, I don't think there is any announcements yet this week, but stay tuned because there will be some big ones coming soon. Let's get stuck in. So we've got Brooke here, Brooke's first Monday morning webinar. Hi, Brooke. And we're going to talk about MIA or 30-day non-attendance call lists. Now, we've got 3 anytime traders here. So Fletch, Sebi, and Brooke, all in anytimes, right? So this is relevant to all of you guys. B, you just sit back and take it all in. So anyway, 30-day non-attendance, all right? Brooke, can you just give me a bit of a rundown that we spoke about before about what normally happens when you call these guys? Obviously, some aren't going to answer, but what you offer, what you say, which is typical for what most people offer and what most people say, but it's not going to get you the best return, and what the excuses are you're faced with.
Yeah. So if they pick up or if they're answering the text message that I send, I'm usually saying, hey, we've noticed you haven't been in the gym for a while. Let's reignite your motivation and book in an initial consult with a PT to get your training back on track. Cool. Most of the time people say that they've just been busy. Work's been too busy. Life's been hectic. Had a few people recently with fasting and Ramadan ending. Yeah. But I don't get many consults. Like, it's not a great return. And then of those consults, I'm yet to make a sale from those people.
Okay, perfect. So basically, when people say they're busy, Sebi, what does that normally mean? I don't know whether you can speak, or Fletch or B or anyone. When someone says they've been busy with work, what does that normally mean?
Just means they don't want to prioritize themselves.
Yeah, 100%. So what we've got to recognize first and foremost, guys, is when anyone says they're too busy, that's an excuse, right? When anyone says they can't afford it, it's an excuse, right? Those people, ironically, you see them driving a nice Range Rover outside or a Mercedes or whatever, when they've got a loan to take out to afford a car that they really want, right? Whenever anyone says that XYZ excuse, it's normally a cover up for a lack of prioritization, right? That's all it is. Number 2, when you're calling guys, the word consult, we never like to use that word because consult means I'll give you something and then sell you something at the end of it. Okay, that's why with the terminology inside of Pinnacle, we use different language which connects and communicates with the subconscious. So we use like a two-part mind and body kickstart would be the best language to use for 30-day MIAs, right? 2-part mind and body kickstart, or a mind and body makeover kickstart session. All right, and that's that. So the next thing that I was gonna say is this. So what's this? Let me see this, Fletch, one sec. For 30 MIA, could you change the word kickstart? Yeah, 100%. Of course you can. What I would say is this. So the third and most important thing I'm going to mention in terms of MIAs, if you say we can see you haven't been present in the gym, right? Tick, correct. However, they know they haven't been present in the gym, right? This is really important, and this is a building block to be able for you to get you on your way to polishing and perfecting your sales process, Brooke, right? And a reminder for everyone else here. They know they haven't been present in the gym, right? So the last thing they want is to be like given a consult, right? What you want to talk about is this. Hey, we can see you haven't been we haven't been in the gym for the last 30 days, which means then address what they're probably going through, right? Address it. Tell them that you know what's going on, which means that you've either been busy, you don't know where to start, or we're not yet making the most and getting the most out of our gym journey. We're not yet doing that, right? That will connect the dots in their head and they'll think, okay, Brooke knows exactly what I'm talking about, right? Rather than saying you haven't been present in the gym, here's a consult. They'll just be like, oh, yeah, I'm just still too busy. If you say, we recognize and we know that when people don't come to the gym, they're either not prioritizing it, right? So you're delivering this like just more firmly to the point and just a little bit more directly that converts and communicates with their subconscious, right? It registers with their subconscious. We know that you've either been busy, which most of the time, right, means we're not prioritizing our health and fitness goals. Therefore, here at Anytime Fitness in Knox, we care about you guys more than anybody or more than any other gym. So what we're going to give you for free is a 2-part mind and body overhaul package, or a 2-part result-specific Kickstarter pack, or a 2-part mind and body makeover, right? That's what you're giving them. So when they hear that, they're going to realize, okay, number one, these guys know. Good morning, Cass and Sav. Hopefully good. They know first and foremost that they know that you know where they're at, right? They also register that you pick up and know that they're probably not prioritizing their gym, which they're not, which they will have been talking to themselves about. Whoever here, right, I'm not going to go to the gym today. I'm on the borderline of getting sick. I'm ran down, so I'm probably not going to train today. Who here, when you miss a training session, right, thinks about it and beats themselves up about it when you know you should be doing, right? Everyone. Do you think, so think about it, guys. Let's delve really deep into these MIAs today. We've never really gone into MIAs this much. When you don't do something that you know you should be doing, it's like, I know I should be drinking 2 liters of water. If this bottle of water is not next to me, you guys see me drinking this stuff all the time. If it's not next to me, I'm telling you, I'm thinking, fucking, can I just like pause this recording and just go and get my water? Because I know I need to be getting 4.5 liters in a day, right? That's what I'm thinking. I know I'm not doing it. The same thing goes for MIAs. When a week gets out of the way, it's like, fuck, I should have gone to the gym this week. Didn't. It's all right. You've been busy. It's okay, right? Bullshit. Honestly, bullshit. It's just, it's rubbish, right? You haven't prioritized it. Second week goes out of the way. Third week gets out of the way. Fourth week gets out of the way, right? Then they become on an MIA list, and then they're hearing from a Brooke, a Cassie, a Sav, a Fletcher, a B, a Sebi. Hey, we can see you haven't been to the gym. Would you like a consult? Of which we're going to sell you something. That's not going to be the best way that these guys are going to go, do you know what? That will kickstart me back into the swing of things. Does that sort of like scenario make sense, Brooke? Yeah. And I think this is really good for everyone because 30-day MIAs, so anytime I have a really good system with generating the 30-day MIA, that is perfect. A lot of people inside like the bigger clubs, you know, Fitness First and Good Life to name 2 in Australia, you get an MIA list. This MIA list has got hundreds of people on, right? Because of a lack of give up, right? To get these guys kick-started and make the most of their gym journey because those clubs care about their members more than any other club. The list is huge. The attrition rate of those clubs, right? So the rate of which people drop members versus signups, right, is diabolical. It's dia-fucking-bolical, if I'm really honest. So like, guys, I mean, these clubs are signing up 200 members a month every month, and they're losing 180 to 185, 90 of them. That is diabolical. Like, that just shows a level of care is not there. So we always hit people with language that we know they're going to register and recognize, right? With their subconscious. We're then going to give them a 2-part mind and body makeover session, a mental and physical overhaul package, right? Oh, that sounds a bit more intriguing. That's what I need. I need to give my mindset a bit of an overhaul. We have heard this as well now for the last sort of 6 months. Just coming up to Christmas, I can't remember who it was, but someone was saying that they found statistically that people want more of a personal training, not a personal training. They want personal one-on-one chats with people, right? And that's why we always say that to become the perfect PT, it consists of 3 types of trainer, right? Of 3 types of PT. A physical trainer, that's the rep counting, right? But without the other 2, you're screwed, right? So if you're just a rep counter, yeah, I'm just going to scroll on my phone here, you do reps. That's bullshit. If you're a personal trainer, which is in the name, personal trainer, that's what we are, personal trainers. Most people that are personal trainers, though, focus on the physical, which is another PT. Psychological as well. 3 PTs. If you put all those together, put it into a mind and body makeover, a Kickstart package, where you're giving a fuck more than the other people in the gym, you will dominate. And I'm telling you right now, that is what will happen. Brooke, does this kind of give you a little bit of like an aha moment? Yeah. So that's what we want to do, guys. Like if anyone's dealing, especially with MIAs where they're on the brink, have you ever had anyone MIAs where they say, oh yeah, that reminds me, actually, I need to come in and cancel my membership? Right. So like these guys that like the industry next, we'll talk about this. There's 30% sleepers in most gyms, right? They are MIAs. They're missing in action, right? You call these guys, you'll prompt them, unless you do the right thing, which is what we've spoken about before, the mind and body makeovers, right? You're going to prompt them to quit. And I don't actually understand why these clubs generate, well, I do know why they do it, but it doesn't make any logical sense as to why people would generate MIA lists and give them to trainers who are not skilled, right? And it's not their fault because they haven't been taught how to do it, right? To actually go and shake them and wake them up to come and cancel. But they won't come and cancel. Why? Why will people not come and cancel, guys? Think about this. Anyone, any ideas? Or someone just give me something while I finish off this food.
They feel guilty because it means they're actually quitting.
Well, that is right, spot on. Right. So that's the main thing, right? Well, I'd say that's 50-50 with the other thing as well. But that there, you are 100% right. And that's why, caught me mid-mouthful. That's why we never have end dates for PT packages. So if your clients want to quit, they have to go knock, knock, knock. Brooke, my PT, I'm quitting on my health and fitness. No one likes to say that shit, right? No one likes to. Okay. So there's that spitting stuff everywhere. Right. So the second thing though, think about it. Just think about it. It's a clever business model, but that's my tip. It's a very clever business model. With gyms. Anyone? The price they pay, they cannot justify taking the time out of their day to go and cancel. It is $15 to $20 a week, right? Again, going back to what Brooke perfectly expertly said even, right? When they go in there, they need to basically say, I'm quitting. Then they know they're going to be faced with someone like Brooke or Sebi or anyone here saying, okay, so how can we keep you here? Right? That's what they're going to do, right? Everyone knows, like, man, cancellations when people come in the club. I used to be like this myself. I used to sit there and watch my manager do it, and he'd just be like, we'd laugh about it, but he would be, oh man, it was just cringeworthy. 2 weeks free, drop them down, go on a time hold, because they've got KPIs, right? So they don't want to let people leave. Number one, those guys know that when they go in to see my guys, my manager, right? They know they're going to be hit with all that. But it also doesn't make sense to go and take the time, right? They're paying $20 a week. It's people are spending $50 a week on coffee these days. I don't care what anyone says. They are, right? People that drink coffee, right? It doesn't make sense for them to go in and put themselves in the firing line where they know they are guilty, that they don't give a shit about their health or fitness. Which means that if you communicate with them the right way, they'll come in, they'll reinvigorate or they'll reactivate their membership, but also their motivation and their level of priority, and they'll get in shape. That's why we use the sequence of words that we talked about just before. Hopefully that all makes sense. It's a really, really good topic, guys. MIAs. Brooke, anything on that feedback-wise at all?
So just with if they don't pick up, I usually send them a text message.
Yes.
Similar kind of wording.
Yep. So what I would do is with text messages, send me the text message that you want to send.
Yep.
And then I'll approve it for you. If you want to, use an image with it as well, right? A lot of people don't trust text messages. They don't, like, everyone thinks, especially in Australia, one of the most skeptical countries out there, I've come to learn, right? The opportunity in this country, guys, is absolutely phenomenal. One of my mentors talks about it a lot, but people are so afraid and they're so skeptical, which is why for the 1%, which is all you guys here, there's so much left on the table, right? You guys can dominate. Like, it really is it's really not that hard if you put your mind to it. But basically, you might get this artwork up here. Have a little bit of a look. Okay. We are going to go with, where is it? I think it's inside here. Yeah. So I'll just bring this up. I'll bring up the anytime one. It's really basic. So this here, right? Now you need to just sharpen the imagery. I would use a much higher quality logo, obviously. You take this, drag and drop this into Canva, you'll be able to move it around, or you could just make one yourself. But if you send them that image, or send them a written message first, then that image, it will connect the dots basically to go, okay, well, first and foremost, this Brooke, right, who I don't yet know, like, and trust for obvious reasons, right, who potentially could be a spammer, right, or scammer. This is probably a real person because they know that I've joined South Melbourne Good Anytime Fitness, and they know that I've done this in the last 30 days or whatever. Now you could tailor an image like this to an MIA list, right? So reinvigorate at Knox, right? Bring your Knox journey to life. That's what I would use, right? Bring your Knox journey to life, and then put like your new journey or something starts here. Free mind and body makeover sessions. And then at the bottom you could put, because we know being busy, not having the time is like, you don't want to, I don't know whether you want to say this, is a cover up for a lack of prioritization. You don't really want to say that, but just saying like, this is for you if you're feeling busy, not finding the time to train. Do you know what I mean? That's what I would put at the end. So you'd list that, Brooke. Take a screenshot of that, Dell, if you want to, right? Take a screenshot or something of it. I can send you the artwork if you like, but yeah, you can make this from scratch very easily in Canva. Again, anything that you do, send it back to me and then go from there. But this here, again, straight away, guys, if anyone's watching this on YouTube that is not a client of ours, put this into action. You'll find you'll get a hell of a lot better response rates than what you normally get. So that is that. Does that help with the text message solution there, Brooke, as well? Cool. Yeah, I would go get this active list and then just keep me posted closely, because otherwise we have like a golden nugget strategy for you and that will run really well. All right, so that's that. Questions. I saw Cass was here, but she's now gone. What have we got here? Questions, guys. Anything to do with anything? I'm gonna wait for a question so I can finish this food. Otherwise, you can just hear me eating.
I have another one.
Yeah, but I was going to say, Brooke, it's me and you today. Let's go.
So watching some of the trainings, you said to be more active in the gym. I am in the gym most days, mornings and nights, to run classes. So most people at the gym know who I am. Is it worth me going back over the lunch period when it's a bit quieter and just sitting there? Because I had an idea of sitting there out in the open, like in the foyer area with my laptop, but having a sign up saying like PT on duty, ask me for help or something like that. Is it worth doing that?
I'm going to love working with you, Brooke, because you're proactive, right? Which is great. You're thinking and you're creative. Now, first and foremost, we have a strategy called classes to clients, right? When we run our golden nugget strategy, I'm going to show you how to capitalize on the class members. We're going to go get 50 to 100 leads easily. Easy. We'll take all of your guys on the board as well. Me and you know what that's about. Like, man, it's game over. Now, in terms of being present, being present in the gyms, period, is what will give you base level success, right? And will compound to you having great success over time. If you do things like show up and do free classes, like obviously you're doing, Brooke, do they compensate you for? They pay, oh, yeah, that's right. They pay you for them, don't they? Yeah. So they'll pay you, which is good, extra cash, or they'll give you less rent, whatever. It's how you're going to be renowned in the club. So many people focus on the four walls of their mobile phone, right? Rather than the four walls of their gym. It's that simple. I want you to be inside the club, right? So go and be there. Now, if you go there at the quieter times, at lunchtime and stuff like that, Look, would I recommend that rather than being at home? Amen. What you want to be doing at the start of your journey is being in that gym every single goddamn second of every single gym that you, or every single day that you possibly can, right? And it's that simple. You'll be shocked, right? I was actually, side note, but I was going to say this. You'd be shocked of how much growth that you would get just by being present. So many people, though, you must remember, right? We're entrepreneurs, which means we work for ourselves, which means go play golf if you want, right? But you would be shocked the amount of growth that comes from just being present. Now, a client today, this morning, was telling me that one of the sales staff at the gym became a PT and they started. This is in a Good Life Club. They got 20 signups within the first 3 weeks. Now, that's normally pinnacle number. That's pinnacle numbers, right? For people that go hard and know what to do. Now, the main reason why they were able to do that is doing what we coach inside that content, right? Prime for growth is what you're talking about, Brooke, I think. Yeah, we talk about, yeah. So basically, they were there. So they said they were there 24/7. Now, my client, she has kids and she has a lot of workload on her plate existingly. She has leverage. She has another trainer, but she has kids to deal with, 3 of them, pretty much full time. So it's hard. School holidays hit, you can basically kiss her going to the gym goodbye, right? And this gym, other PT, was present, but she was also expert at sales, right? She used to sell for the gym, but she had a partner who was behind the desk, right? Now, this is where I also talk about relationships and prime for growth. Where to spend time in the gym, what to do in the gym. Like Sebi there, bro, you've got a great manager, right? That manager who always takes an interest into the webinars and stuff, right? Man, you speak with her all the time. She's going to help you out. You've had other PTs, ironically, go into the club, but you're still getting access to data, right? It's because of relationships. I would recommend that you spend time with the guys behind the desk if you're there. But also, we have, Brooke, other strategies which will enable you to convert foot traffic into finances by having sort of stands and stuff like that that are present to convert the foot traffic for you, or at least make people like look at it, and then you can, put the icing on the cake yourself and then convert them into clients or convert them into leads, sorry, prospects. So you can do that. And if you wanted to create, honestly, if you wanted to create a banner just saying put PT on duty, like ask for help, right, to maximize the return from your gym membership. It's half of the battle, guys, when marketing is the language that you're using, right? It really is the secret. I mean, at the end of the day, would you like a free consult? No, thanks. Hey, Simon, we can see you haven't been to the gym in a few weeks. We normally know that's because you're either ran down, your work, we're sick, or you're sick, and you're sick of work, but you've got work, you're sick, X, Y, Z. And what we want to do here is give you the opportunity to reinvigorate your gym journey and bring it back to life free of charge by having a mind and body makeover session with one of the team. When suits you best, morning or evening. Green tick, green tick, green tick, green tick, green tick in the subconscious, they'll book in. It's what it is, right? So yeah, you can, just by being present and having a banner saying PT on duty, just grab people's attention. People know as well, guys, if everyone in the world was asked a question, would you rather train, if cost wasn't an issue, would you train with a PT or on your own? People would say with a PT. Guaranteed. I would rather train with a PT, right? All of us are PTs here, and we have coaches, right? It's that simple. People are out there knowing that they want help. But the thing is, guys, PTs most of the time, to no fault of their own, are absolutely useless. And that's all it is. And the reason why it's to no fault of their own, I've got myself into a good habit of saying that rather than just saying PTs are fucking useless, because that's not very nice. It's no fault of their own because they're not educated on sales and marketing. And it's the same here, not to go on a tangent, guys, but I've said this in webinars recently. It's the same with the construction industry. It's the same with the film industry. It's the same with any freaking industry. They don't teach sales and marketing, right? They don't teach it. Not in those courses where you get qualified in construction or the film industry or as a PT. So most people think, sweet, I'm a PT now. Let's go out there and people are going to throw money at me. No, they are not. Right? You gotta work that shit out, or continue your education with the people who know what to do. because I've done it. So does that answer that question, Brooke? So be present, yes. We can definitely build a banner or something like that if you want to, yes. But we've got more strategies for that. So I want you, Brooke, to stay disengaged because you've been with us for like 3 days, right? Stay disengaged, continue to watch content, and people that are watching this, when they tune in and see you in a few weeks' time, you know, $500 up, and know that whatever you've been watching is working, and it's that simple. So just get the content hammered into you, is all I can say.
Yeah. The thing with our gym though, they don't just give leads on the spot, or the sales team don't give leads. All the leads go to the manager, and then it all goes on that spreadsheet. So that's why I was kind of like, all right, let's try and just, you know, if they're in the gym and then they do a session and then I'm already on duty, it's not necessarily the sales team giving me the
Correct.
lead,
You're
but
outworking your competition by being
yeah,
present more.
yeah,
This is the next thing here, and then we'll go to Lachlan. Lachlan as well will be able to testify for watching content. I told him once I cracked the whip, I said, go and watch the content, bro. And he's like, next time he showed up, he's like, oh yeah, I just signed up a goal package on the first attempt. I was like, maybe the content works, right? So he'll testify to that. But basically, yeah, you need to outwork your competition. Hard work works, guys. And when you've got the methodology that we provide, like we say, the only thing, like 100% of people inside our program succeed, apart from the people that never show, right? If people don't show, if they don't come to webinars, don't message me, don't do anything, and just think that like being part of a program is going to change their life, you're kidding yourself. But this is the quickest program, period, in the fitness industry that is relative to a get-rich-quick scheme. Guaranteed, because of the way that I communicate with you. I put it black and white, blunt, simple, straight to the point. Be there. Hustle, hard work works. Use this. Take what you're doing though, change it this way, say that. Oh shit, that works. But you had to say that to get the result, right? If you don't say it, then it ain't gonna work. And there's plenty of people here that with that testament to doing it and putting it to work, Sebi being one of them. So yeah, Lachlan, my man. First and foremost, Lachlan, would you recommend that people watch or listen to the content?
Yes, do it. Otherwise, you look like an idiot in the webinars. When you ask like, "Oh, how do I do this and that?" and then someone will know that you're not watching it.
Yes, that's correct. And Lachlan, dude, again, massive congrats to the hustle. It's good to see you, bro. It's good to see you as well. It feels like I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, I had a lot going on last week. Got my head more, put my finger out. Got my head more focused on this week,
Well
and I'm
done.
gonna attend like every webinar I can.
Nice, brother. Nice. Just on that, actually, guys, Thursday is Anzac, right? So there's no webinars.
Oh, okay.
No webinar on a Thursday. All right. So that's that. But yes, brother, what can I do for you, my man? Good to hear from you.
Yeah. Just so I want to update you. I got a silver last week, like,
Yeah.
and I didn't even try. Like, I genuinely just like, because this guy was a jump star, right? And he seemed really low energy, really like unenthusiastic. I'm like, okay, he probably wants to like, just do some sessions and fuck off.
Yeah.
But then when we kept talking and stuff, this was really weird. I asked him like, oh, okay, which exercise do you want me to go through? Because I already like showed him like how to do a push up, a pull up, and like a squat.
Yeah.
So I was kind of running out of ideas. And he was like, "Oh yeah, can I do two sessions a week with you?" I'm like, "Oh, what? You want to do 2 sessions?" Yeah, sure. Let me show you my deals actually.
Yeah.
So I showed him my price presentation and whatnot, and he immediately went for the silver one, and eventually I think he's going to go to the gold.
Nice, bro. Well, look, I think this here is a prime example of you haven't even got to the sales pitch yet, right? The close, but he's obviously seen enough. And this is just from just from what you've told me there in 30 seconds, what I can read into it as being the reason why he's put his hand up and said, "Can I do the two?" is because you must have been delivering value well enough so that he could notice with you he is better off than being on his own. Does that make sense?
Mm. For me, I think he's a type of guy to really like be codependent on someone. Like if someone doesn't show up, he's not going to show up. So he's looking for accountability, like accountability buddy kind of thing.
Yeah, dude, 100%.
Pushes me.
Like if you get people like that in front of you, like I'll be honest, it sounds horrible, but people with their freaking head switched on, right? Like if people realize that working with Lachlan is going to benefit them more than working on their own, they're wise, right? Because they recognize the value of having a coach, right? Like there's a song I listen to, right? And it says you can't get nowhere with the wrong approach. Commas only come once you get a coach, right? Sung by Rick Ross. Anyway, if you like hip hop music, there you go. But basically, I heard that lyric and I was like, good, right? It's true. Coaching is the only thing that is going to guarantee people fast track, whether it's in business, whether it's in relationships. That's why they have relationship counselors, right? Marriage counseling and coaching. It's the same thing. If you're then therefore coachable, right, and you listen to Lachlan's, to Simon's, the people that know they can get you to that next level, and then you go against the grain of what you are already doing on your own, because a lot of people normally veer off like this, and we're saying, no, you need to stay this path, you'll succeed. So he's wise, bro. He's wise. He's a good one. And when people come along like that, people with their heads switched on, I think like eventually in life you get to a point, and for a lot of people, it's really, it saddens me a lot. I see this a lot, guys, a lot, that sometimes it takes people until they're 50 to realize that they probably should have had a coach at some earlier point in their life. And we signed up a guy from the UK recently, you don't need to speak about his name, but who he's recognized he's 50 next year. It's actually exactly the same as this guy here. He's 50 next year, and he says, I don't want to have basically, get to my retirement bed, right? Chill, to depend on my superannuation, knowing that I could have given something a crack. Do you know what I mean? So give things a go, guys. Get after it, and obviously get coaches. And that's exactly what this guy's done, Lachlan. So that's awesome, man. Well done.
Yeah, and well, you know what, the calendar link and stuff. I've been talking to Tarkin about it. Tarkin keeps saying he's gonna send it to me. He has not sent it to me. So
What do you need?
so the calendar link to like set that all up so that my clients can book themselves in and stuff. I couldn't find it, so Tarkin said that he would send it to me, but he hasn't yet. So is it possible for you to send it to me, or you could just tell me where to find it?
No, I'll send it to you right now, bro. I just do everything on the calls because then it's done and dusted. Otherwise, I'd be like Tarkin and I forget. So, what is the link specifically?
Oh, so in one of the modules, it said like there's a calendar link where well, you kept telling me to like set up a link, right? Like set up like an
Set
app.
up Calendly so people can book in with you remotely.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah. Okay, so I'll send you a link, but that's not for clients. That's why
wait, what's it for then?
DL. There we go. So I'll send you a link. I'll also unlock inside. I'll send this to you in school, bro.
Okay.
There.
That link, Lachlan, that's for people to book in like the 2-part Kickstarter. So people who aren't working with you yet, that's to book in their consult of sorts.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
this
thought
is only
the
for consults.
clients. Okay.
Yeah, only consults, brother. The reason why is because with Calendly, it doesn't book in reoccurring slots. If you could book in reoccurring slots, game over. It would be a game changer. I don't know why they don't do it, right? So what we use is Google Calendar for paying clients, all right? And then you're using Calendly for consults. So that's what we do. I'm going to send you the training on it, bro, as well.
Yes, please. That'd be very helpful.
You might already have it. Can you just go into the portal and go see if you've got your business framework unlocked? I'll check for you as well if you want.
Yeah. I think it's unlocked.
Okay, inside there it's called what's it called? It is called
Calendar booking software.
calendar booking software. The next one, how to create customized Calendly links. All right. But yeah, watch both of those trainings, bro.
Okay, yeah. I'll watch the first one or the second one.
Both.
Okay.
That's all you need. They're not very long. I think the first one, bro, is 10 minutes. The second one is 20.
Yeah. Done.
Yeah. Done. You're welcome, brother. Hustle, hustle. Let's go. B.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
So I signed up I actually upsold a gold package. So
Oh,
she wanted more than what was in the gold package. But
platinum.
basically.
Yeah.
But then I got a message the next day. This is where it gets interesting.
Okay.
Let me just pull it up.
I like these.
Ding, ding, ding.
I like
Ding, ding, ding.
these are good fun. These are.
I think you're gonna have some fun with this one.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. So, hey Beatrice, I was thinking, and sorry if this messes you around, but maybe one session a week over the next 3 weeks would be more motivating than all at once. Could we do Tuesdays at 2 p.m.? Sorry if this messes you around. So I'll go with my response first. So I said, hey Dee, I understand your predicament here. For next week, I will drop the payment to one session. And then on Tuesday, I'll go over another plan with you that may be more suitable, but in line with your goals. See you on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking going forward is what I've done originally with a few people is saying, fine, we can do one session a week.
Yeah.
But for 1 week, let's do 3. I'll go over the 2 other days of the program with you, and then going forward, you can do that by yourself in your own time, or even just 1 day extra, because doing 1 session a week isn't going to get you very far, especially with the goals that she has. She's got so many specific goals, and not going to be able to coach her all that in 1 session a week, also in the time frame that she wants, because her plan was to do face-to-face for 6 weeks and then go to online, and we're not going to be able to get to that point, especially with her baseline now with just 1 session a week.
I like this.
So I am going to tell her that.
Yeah.
But I was not going to tell her that over the phone. That's why I just sent that message, and then we'll chat about it when I see her on Tuesday. So for this week, I dropped her payment. She didn't pay me, she was going to pay me $200 a week.
Yeah.
So I've dropped it to the price for 1 session, which would be $75. I dropped it to that. And then, yeah.
Okay. Question, guys. I'm looking at you, Sebi, for the answer as well, right? Why would someone drop from a gold straight away to a bronze, right? I know exactly what this is. I have the answer, and I'll let B speaking away, and I'm just smiling because I know exactly what's going on here.
I know it's interesting because she literally sold it to herself.
Exactly, she did. But
it was similar to Lackland, where I didn't even have to get to the sales point, and she was like, "Oh, I want to do sessions." Wrote it all out, went with it all in front of her. Was like this, and this. She was like, "I'm happy to spend as much as possible, on getting myself started." So the price wasn't an issue from the start. Price was never an objection. So.
Okay. So she's closed herself just like Lachlan, right?
Yeah.
She closed herself. Sebi, I'm looking at you for the answer. Tan as well. Eating away there as always, Tan. Love it. Love to see it. I'd love to see what your base metabolic rate is. It must be through the roof, because you're you give me the you always remind me of a pocket rocket. You're so small and you're always eating like me. I'm a whale and you're not. You're the opposite. Anyway, let's continue on here. Tan, you might know this as well. If not, this is great for everybody. She spoke. So this is Brooke's response. She's spoken to someone or she's spoken to someone who's talked her out of it. That I would say is a no. That one.
Don't think so. No.
Wouldn't be that, because if she was talked out of it, she'd pull the pin straight away. I know exactly what this is. Hand on heart, 100% bet my house on it. Right?
I reckon it sounds like she's talked herself out of it.
That's
possibly
what I think.
Because she hasn't seen the value yet and thinks that she can just get what she needs from a 1 session.
Okay.
Potentially.
You're close. You're close, right? It could be an element of that, but I know exactly what it is, right? A lot of people sometimes when they jump the gun and they sell themselves, right? They then recognize, shit, maybe I need to try what this person is made of first before I before I go all in, right? Now, there's someone who wanted to go all in, but then especially with Lachlan and yourself, B as well, like two like younger guys, like, and again, I'm just being honest, like I'm not being horrible, like not the most experienced 10 years worth of training behind them, right? Like it takes you but guys by surprise. What we need to recognize is that you are always in a rapport building phase with your prospects. Always. Now, how do I know this? Because this is how I sell sometimes to people, right? I'll tell them you take as much time as you need. I want you to go do some content, blah, 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 blah. I know if people come to calls with me and they've watched content, they're going to sign up. I know that for a fact, right? Because I'm accommodating to get them on board because here at Pinnacle, we care. With you guys, if someone jumps at you and says, I want to do this, and then you're like, oh, okay. Like you're not visibly going like, why do you want to do that with me? I don't even know you yet. Then, like, you're not going to say that, but they will pick up on your level of being surprised, right? They'll pick up on that and they'll probably then go away and go, do you know what, actually? Because it's natural that they do talk themselves out of things in life. A lot of people will do that all the time, right? But she's still keen. She's drop sold herself because she wants to see what you're made of first, B. That's what it is. And I would nearly guarantee this. So like Sebi said as well, Sebi's part right? I don't think this is someone who wants to get as much as what they can out of one session per week. We always, though, guys, have to be careful of that, right? When, like, that's why Sebi's right. Like when people say they want one session a week, but then they're really on top of you for like, can I get that like 10-day training split when there's only 7 days in the week, please? Do you know what I mean? That means that they want everything from you so they can take it and then go and implement it, which is why we don't do 4-day, 3-day, 5-day training splits. The only people that should be doing that are online coaches because they're not giving you any time in person. If you're giving them time in person, don't then go and give people on top of that 4 days worth of training to do on their own where they think, oh shit, I know what to do now because I've got this PDF document or I've got Trainerize and I can just go and do it without B's help. Recognize that they're probably still building relationship with you and they just want to make sure before they throw the 200 a week at you, B, that you're fucking good. So what I want you to go and do is this. How to handle this is when you speak to them, just go, I think this is a great idea, by the way. So tell them straight up, like, I think this is a great idea. It enables us to continue building a relationship, which is what we're doing because I've only just met you. Let's get the basics done. And if you want to then progress, right, and move up the ranks in terms of, you know, frequency of training, we can look at that. But let's go get your first session smashed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's what I honestly, like I said, I bet my house on it, but yeah, like that's what's going on for sure.
Okay.
It's like if you're Dwayne The Rock Johnson,
Because I do often do the like kind of mix between online and face-to-face. Like pretty much 90% of my clients are on that basis.
yeah, so that's good. But what you're doing there though as well is you're selling yourself short.
Yeah.
What you're offering them is like, I'll do one session. That's a great model if you're charging more than 75 for a session and you're telling, and you've got school and you've got all your additional study, you've got the training splits, you've got everything, but then they have a session with you in person. That's kind of what we build when we leverage, right? Hey, Ray, hopefully you're good. Do you know what I mean? Like when we leverage, we're building, you get an in-person trainer and you get an online coach, 2 for the price of 1. And the value stack is so huge that people just smash it, right? And they love it, right? You are the coach, you're the one behind the scenes, but then you've got a trainer taking the face-to-face sessions. Remember that we're face-to-face trainers primarily. So the people are going to value stack the face-to-face time that they spend with you or on you. They spend on you with you. That's what they're going to do. All right. So they're going to stack the value with you. So I just always be careful that you don't give people like 4-day training splits on the side because otherwise they'll just need you once a week. Then they'll have 4 other days. Most people aren't training 5 days a week anyway. They're not doing that.
Yeah, I don't really do more than 3 days. I've only got one person that does 4 and it works.
How many sessions do they do with you in person? Let me guess. 1 to
1 to 2 depending on the week.
Cool.
Like we used to do we used to do 2, like flat, for at least 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And then she got a full-time job, so we dropped to 1, but she still always does the 4 days a week. And I see her in the gym, like when I'm training or whatever. So it works for most people. Like obviously I have a couple where, like I have one in particular where she used to be good at doing all of them, but now not so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, like in general I find it works, but yeah.
Good. No, honestly,
That
it's
is something that I'm working on at the moment though, is the pricing to make it more like worth it for me as well.
well, this is why I remember this, guys. So I'll just show you straight up, right? You go to school. This is a new training that was released recently. So just remember, guys. Where is it? There. I need you to watch this. I'll send you this link. I'll tell you what, I'll put it in the chat now so all of you guys can have access to it. All right. If you're not utilizing this, guys, you should do from now on. We put this inside the building your business section, like rather than leverage, for a reason. B, you should be charging $100 a week for 1 session. 45 minutes, 1 session. How to do that? Use the training. Has everyone got that in the chat? See it there? I know there's a couple.
Yeah.
But copy that link, watch the training. And like,
Okay.
I know, can I guess what's going on in your brain right now as I speak?
Yeah.
How do I justify charging $100 for 1 session a week, right?
I feel like I'm past that point. I feel like I
Good.
could do that.
Good. So what do you think? Or are you just multitasking?
Yeah, no, I was just copying and pasting the link, but
Okay,
I'm
good.
listening to. I'm a bit of a multitasker. I'm
No,
listening.
that's good. No, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel like I am past that point. I feel like I could do that. Like especially even though this lady like job sold herself and talked herself out of it, that was still a really good win in to start with, in terms of I'd never sold anything that big, like close, but
100%.
not quite to that point. So that was good. Even like I was like, oh, like even if she's job sold herself, I still know that I can sell $200 a week.
Amen. Huge.
So I wasn't like so upset about it because I'd made the conversion. Maybe it didn't stay, but I was like, okay, I can do that. So yeah, like I feel like I could justify $100 for 45. I need, like, that is something I really need to work on, is my pricing, like what I sent you. Yeah. But
Perfect.
also I think it's like the more value I add, like I'm always working on things to like offer my clients, the more value I add, also the easier it is to
sell
it. Yeah.
100%. That's why we, excuse me, that's why we give you guys the packages. Like that's why, Brooke, you go check those packages out though. They'll convert for you. Like
Yeah.
that's Lachlan was like the same. He was like, all right, I'll go watch it. And he's like, yeah, I just read it out, man. Someone just bought the gold. That's what they do. The packages are there for you, but the value points we haven't. I think there's 9 value points in there.
Yeah, like with this lady, I didn't even get to show her the package. It
Yeah.
was just like sold it just like that. Like I didn't even bother showing her the package.
So
Because
you're gonna get people that are keen. They're gonna sell themselves, right?
yeah.
But then it's I know for a fact what it is. Then it's like if you're taken back and you're like shit, and especially because it's the first time for everything. You've not sold one at that rate
But
before.
actually, I feel like I was quite calm and collected. I'm pretty good at like putting on a front, and then after I go to the sales team and I'm like, but
That's
but
good.
yeah.
Man. You're gonna be excited. She's probably just recognized I'll start small and then build up. So
Yeah, I feel
just
like she said she was overwhelmed by the 3 sessions, and she probably was, and that makes sense. Like never been to the gym before, well, like not in like 10 years. She's 46.
Yeah.
Hasn't been to the gym in like 10 years. Yeah. So they like was overwhelmed by like committing to coming so much.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Good.
we'll get there.
Well done.
I still have the session with her on Tuesday. So we'll take it from there.
Sure. No worries, Lachlan. We'll speak to you soon, brother. Good to see you. And yeah, go to the session from there and just tell her this. Let's start here. Let's get you off to a solid start. If you're finding that you're loving it, next week, the week after, we can up you to 2 sessions. And
Yeah, I
just
was going to say, like, let's give it 2 weeks like
That's
this
fine,
and
that's
then
fine.
see how we take it from there. Yeah.
And don't give her loads of programming. If you do that, she won't upsell, right?
Yeah.
Tell her that just for the first week, all I want you to do is come into the gym, get on the treadmill, right? Or I want you to come into the gym, put the treadmill on an incline and do some steady state or low intensity steady state cardio, right? That's what I want you to do. Or jump on a cross trainer or do it. That's it. Give her basics. What she'll get from that is an endorphin release. It will make her feel a sense of accomplishment. She'll love it. She'll put it down to testament to you. She'll then pay you more. That's what will happen. All right.
Okay.
Tan, last one, and we're going to wrap it up in a few minutes. Hello, Tan.
I was just gonna talk to B. So when I know that I've got a beginner, I usually pre-frame with, okay, the first 4 weeks, we're just gonna get your strength and stability up. Now it's up to you how fast you want to get there. Obviously on gold, you'll learn a little bit more quickly because you're seeing me a little bit more. I'm able to teach you more things in 1 week. And then after the 4-week mark, you can decide whether you want to drop or yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how I would pre-frame it
Okay. That makes sense.
for next time.
Thank you.
Cool. And like, think about this. It's really, really good to wrap up this little webinar today, which has been a great one. So thanks for everyone for coming along. Some good topics. Just know that in life and in business, you will fail at something at least once before polishing and perfecting it. Here at Pinnacle, we will basically take away 9 failures and you'll have 1 failure and then it will be polished. In real life, without any coaching advice, you'll fail 9 or 10 times before you get something right. But those 9 or 10 times could take 9 or 10 weeks, 9 or 10 months, or sometimes 9 or 10 years. And I have had trainers that have come to us after 10 years of basically not quitting. And then they come into the program. Dan Pardo was one of these guys. A lot of you guys know Dan Pardo. Came in at 6 figures. He now does $10,000 a week. He didn't give up in his 10 years. He was comfortable enough, but he knew something had to give. So you guys recognizing that, you know, you will fail even with this win here, B. You won. The main thing is you won. You got a new client, but we failed because we didn't potentially have the language like what Tanya was saying there, and combined with what I was saying and what Sebi was saying to be able to put the icing on the cake and get that full, you know, return from her as a client. So. And you withdrew it. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. So we're sticking around too. All right, that's a positive note to end on. Right, guys, I'm going to shoot. We're bang on 10. Is there anything else that anyone needs quickly? We're good?
Yeah.
So,
So I just had a question on those lead box posters I sent you this morning or last
bro,
night.
they're dope as well. Yeah, they're dope. Very good.
Yeah. Do you think I should change them all to Anytime Fitness and just use that, or keep a couple of the Superior Fitness ones for in club who know my branding already, or just go with the Anytime?
So keep both. We split test them. That's why I said to you to keep the 3. Guys, if you want to check this out as well, I think it was you, wasn't it? I think. Like I mentioned, could I use it? Is it all right if I use this? Is this yours, B?
Yeah.
Is it all right if I put this as an example inside the portal for people to use?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to. If not. They're not going to be using it in your club, but yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a great. All this is, guys, is exactly what we've put as an example. B has done perfect. Change the colors to Good Life and free personal training. That is all you need. This artwork, right? This art, and it's got the T. Just check that out. I mean, you can put T's. I mean, yeah, T and C's apply. T's and C's. That's all right. But this here is all you need to do for lead boxes. That's it. Sebi's as well. Are you happy for me to have a little look at yours, Sebi?
Yeah, that's all good. Show them up.
All you need. So you can see here the same B. It's exactly the same as yours, but with Superior Fitness. This will work well. The reason why is and that's how I would do T's and C's apply. You just put T and C apply like that. Yeah. Like this will work well. Why? Because it's superior fitness. So it's not like David Noggins freaking fitness. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? It'll work well and everything's absolutely perfect. There's then this one as well. This one though, Sebi, as well, with your background on it, man. Remove the background of the logo. See this one? There's a background on the logo.
Yeah, I actually added that little faded background because without it, it just looked a little bit. The white was hard to read.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Perfect, bro. And then we have another one here. This one. The only thing with this is the quality of the image.
Yeah. Yep.
So for me, that one is tenfold the best one. That's why I said this morning, that's the one with the sit-up is my favorite one. That's why.
What's your opinion on the last two? Because that older demographic is the two that I'm trying to target the most right now.
Yeah.
Admittedly, that first one is my favorite as well. It's just clear, crisp. It looks really nice.
Yeah.
But it's not exactly the demographic I'm targeting right now. But yeah.
What, are you telling me that these guys are young?
Yeah.
I'd say this guy's in his 30s like me for sure, and this girl's probably in her mid-20s to late 20s at least. Like that there is it's a good question. This guy's probably younger, dead set than both of these guys, I would say, but like, and like this, who knows? Like, I think right there, great question, bro, but I think we're looking into that a touch too much. I wouldn't look into that.
Yeah. All right, no worries.
The main thing is the crispness of the image, and I think like subconsciously, what you've got to look at, if you look at this one again, where is it? Oh, hang on, there was more as well. So this one, that could work because that just shows someone happy, right?
Yep.
This as well could work, but again, it just depends. That's a noticeably older demographic. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one, bro, just for sure, because it shows two people working together. He's helping her subconsciously. It's better. That's someone on their own. That image, I could probably guarantee wouldn't split test as well as the first. This one would. This one would, but again, it's like, think about it. Two people sat down talking. Like, I would probably go with two people like this, right?
Yep. Cool.
It's just up to you. Like, but yeah, that's that. B, last question. I have to shoot, unfortunately.
Sorry. With regards to the calendars, so I've been thinking about it for some time of like I should get Calendly, but then I realized now that you only use that for the Kickstarters and Google Calendar for clients.
Yeah.
At the moment, I use Setmore on the free version. Do you know much about Setmore?
Nothing at all. Setmore, like here's the thing, guys. Check out Google Calendar. Google Calendar has a schedule.
Because I use it personally, like for all my like planning, everything is done on Google Calendar.
Yeah.
I was just thinking Setmore because I was just looking at the pro version. It's $5 a month.
Yeah.
And you get it sends the notifications and everything, which is what I'm looking for because I can't keep track of sending everyone reminders anymore.
Yeah.
And then it also does reoccurring appointments.
Perfect. Use that. And then you can use that for your prospects and your clients. You're going to have a book.
Yeah, so all in, because I like having it all in one. I'm not very good at having things in multiple places.
100%. Well, you don't want to naturally. That's why we say Google Calendar is for everyone. But then what you'll have is like you could, and here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Google Calendar. Yeah, so that's exactly right, Tan. So check out, like Google Calendar has a scheduling platform attached to it now. But I'm like Tan. I'm just loyal to Calendly. It's like, guys, I don't look at.
How much is Calendly?
$10 to $15.
Okay.
Right, and it's the most widely used in the world. So like, I don't like for split testing like different calendar applications for the sake of $5 versus $10 a month. Not worth anyone's time.
Okay.
Even you guys, it's not worth that at your time.
So it's because I currently use it, so I was like, might as well just stay. Because I'm loyal to that at that moment, and I just use it, and it works well. But I mean, I'll look into the two. I was just seeing if you knew anything about it.
I literally only Calendly, but I would look into Setmore, right? Calendly and Google Calendar with its scheduling software that they have, right?
Okay.
Choose the three. If I'm honest, if I was going to set up from scratch now, I would just use Google Calendar, because I could use Google Calendar for ongoing clients, but then I could use Google Calendar for my consults for the once-off bookings. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, guys, I have to shoot, and
thank you.
Soon. Awesome webinar. Speak to you all soon throughout the week, and just remember, Anzac Day this Thursday, there is no webinar. All right, team, well done. Speak soon.